Problem number 6 says if we move the third plane in problem 5 to a parallel plane, so each one of these equations of course represents a plane, 2x plus 3y plus 2z equal 9. Now the three equations have no solution. Why not? Well, let's find out why not. So I'm going to replace the third equation, which is this, by the above equation in the question. So the first two equations remain the same. Equals 3. So this is 1, 2, and then the third equation as instructed, 2x plus 3y plus 2z equal 9. Okay, now these two equations, if we add them, what do we get? Let's add the first two equations. So I'm gonna do 1 plus 2, and if I do that I get 2x plus 3y plus 2z equals 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. Okay, and I am going to subtract equation 3 from this equation. So now why don't we call this equation 4, and I'm gonna do now 4 minus 3, and if I do 4 minus 3 I would get 2x minus 2x is 0, 3y minus 3y is 0y, 0x, and 2z minus 2z is 0, and that equals 5 minus 9 is minus 4. Does 0 equal minus 4? No, this is a false statement. This is a false statement. So that means the three equations have no solution. So therefore 1, 2, and 3 have no solution. So we know that the first two planes are not parallel. They will intersect in some line L, and you can find exactly what that line is if anyone has any background in calculus 3. This is covered in detail. You could figure out the equation of the line, and you can tell they're not parallel because their corresponding vectors, which is the coefficients of their variables. So like the first plane has a normal vector 1, 1, 1. The second plane has a normal vector 1, 2, 1. Those two vectors are not parallel, therefore, and they're not parallel. Therefore, the planes are not parallel, and therefore the planes intersect. Okay, and since 1, 2, so we know that plane 1. So that's for equation 1. We know that plane 1 and plane 2 are not parallel. Intersect, let's say in line L12. Okay, now the three equations 1, 2, and 3 do not have a solution. So that means plane 3 does not intersect line L2. So plane 3, representing the third equation, representing equation number 3, does not intersect line L12. Otherwise we would have been able to find the solution and therefore the point of intersection, and hence I can conclude that plane 3 does not contain, this symbol means does not contain, line L12. That does it. And here's another conclusion.